Hey guys and gals, let's unbox and explore the Medieval Horse Knight Castle by LEGO Creator. This is set number 31168, contains 1,371 pieces, retails for $129.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And just by first impressions, it looks like we get ourselves a nice large castle. And these look more like brick-built horses, so that'll be interesting to see. And this is a 3-in-1, so looks like we get to make two other smaller castles here. And that's the top of the box. So it shows the three models. And the back here is pretty much the same thing. So it looks like we get to build a portion of what looks like a town square, some kind of battle arena here. That's probably what this is. Place for the judges. Looks like this is the interior portion of the castle. So looks like it's just an open back special. And you know, just by looking at this, looks like it's going to be a very interesting build. Alright, let's unbox this beast and see what we have inside. Go take a tour of the castle, but before we can do that, we obviously have to cut the carton open to even see what's going on in here. And let's see. And alright, that's paper bags. So we are going to be in for a hidden treat. And what I'm going to do here is scoop everything out. Use that as the tray to hold the bags in. Some people want to see the bags. I kind of curious to see how many bags are in this set. And yeah. Oh, we already know this. We already know there's going to be at least. Well, we found 10 bags so far. Does it matter if I put them in order? No, but it makes it easy when I'm building this. And I've got, be careful, you got a lot of small bags that come with it like this. And yeah, bag 11 is actually the smallest bag. So there's 11 bags in here. And yeah, that's what it looks like there. And it feels like a phone book. This thing feels heavy. Usually creator sets are usually don't have stickers. Some do. I'm hoping this one doesn't. Okay, I don't see anything in there. I like the other envelopes better than those silly paper ones. So it looks like we get 3 printed building guides. Probably one for each model. Not too bad. This doesn't look too bad at all. This is something interesting here, and this is it. Now, does it come with a brick separator? Some people always ask that, and we will find out, except this one doesn't tell us. One of these books actually has the parts list in the back, so you have to hunt for it. Usually the last one is the charm, and yes, fine if you want to fight with me. Yes, it does come with a brick separator, so that's even better. So this booklet here has the parts list. And it looks like I got my work cut out for me. So it doesn't look like a very bad build at all. Okay, so I think my game plan here is, since there is 11 bags, I'm thinking about dividing this up into 6 build installments, so that should be pretty easy. And I'm just going to tack build installments 1 and 2 onto the unboxing and stuff on this one. Yeah, so it looks like we got our work cut out for us. We're really interested in these two for this installment. And my game plan is to get this done here lickety-split. I'm swamped with sets. I got more coming in. Literally, I got 2 more coming in. The stuff that I can't talk about, but I got sets coming in and such. But back to this build here, it doesn't look all that bad. And it looks like we're going to be putting together the minifigures and such. And yeah, these creator sets, they could be hit or miss. This one might be a winner. I don't know. We have no clue. Okay, let's begin with bag 1. Now, I'm always kind of curious to see how well the build goes in these, so when I see 2 smaller bags and the bags are packed sloppy like this, this is... I can't even rip it open to get all the parts out. There. Kind of frustrated today because every time I turn around I'm sets. You guys and gals, that camper I'm building, it may not be until next year, but I have a filler project for it. I'm getting tired of building somebody's interpretation of an idea, and it gets to you after a while. You know, I have a big library of parts that I can't even enjoy because I'm too busy doing set reviews. I'm going to have to start rejecting some of these. But Lego is so kind, they only give us like a 24 to 48 hour window to even make up our mind. Well, by the time I read the email, it's too late. You know, and honestly though, I work on a computer all the time. And to work on the computer 10 hours a day, then come home and have to do more work on the computer is never fun. You know, it's and then so we're doing one of the night minifigures now. And in addition to that, trying to hide from drama. Apparently, my bunch just wants me to sit around the house. Sit around all summer and watch TV. So we got a brick separator. I'm just like, I don't want to do that. And so me and my girlfriend are already secretly planning a little excursion to get away from everything out here. And after a while, it's like, I gotta cool down. I have to get away from the family. You know? And we were talking about that, and it's like, make sure there's no headgear. So she's one of our knights. But we were just kind of talking about some stuff, and yeah. So they use one of these race like a motocross helmet, and they stick the visor on there. So, just honestly just tired of being... It's more like cabin fever. And you try to do something nice for your bunch. They don't want to do anything. And then I get this whole thing, oh, I would have invited you and your gal out for lunch, but we know how you hate fast food. And rolling my eyes thinking, well, it doesn't matter. I always go to the diner on the way home anyways and get me a meal. So what do we have tonight? Leftovers. Like, just, we call wing at night. You just make whatever you want. So now I just have this whole mentality of asking one time, would you like to have a meal? If they say no, that's it. It's a one-time deal now on. And if they come back and change their mind, hey, I've already started the grill. I'm not waiting around. So that's what I'm doing. After a while, it's like, you know, yeah, don't worry. We'll get done with the minifigure eventually. But yeah, it's one of those days, again, where I'm just ranty. I'm in ranty mode. But older people are just hard to please anymore. I've even noticed that with myself, too. I'm getting older now, and it's just like getting that in there is a pain. And yeah, so, and trying to talk to my mom and getting her away from the television is kind of hard. But there's the knight. It's got nice print work for the torso with the shield and stuff, so at least it's all printed. Got him out of the way. So yeah. Okay, looks like we're building the corner of the castle. Now I'm hoping this is a collaborative build where everybody can build a portion of the castle and we put it all together at the very end. So let's see how this goes today. I'm always looking for collaborative builds. And I did read a comment. One of you had mentioned that you hate collaborative builds. You like where you could build by yourself. You know, here's the deal. You don't have to have somebody help you build these. You can build a collaborative build set all by yourself. You don't have to share. Me, I want to share my experiences. That's why I do these videos. Because nobody in my house wants to do this. So I kind of just leave it at that. And yikes, looks like we're going to have to piece together the whole base from scratch here, like literally. Well, that should be interesting. And got some of this earth green. That's kind of cool. Now, I'm not really into castle builds all that much, but they're fun to just explore when they're built. But this one could be a treat, and all my set builds, all my reviews start at 10. So this is a 10 right now. Okay, this is a 10. We haven't failed anything. There's nothing to fail yet. All right. Comes with Brick Separator. Guides are printed, no stickers, 10. And then we just chip off the score as we go. So that's how I do my reviews. I don't start off at zeros. So right now this is a perfect set because this could be it. They say the rest of the pieces here, and it wouldn't be much of a build experience, but that kind of thing. So I'm thinking of just doing 6 build installments on this, and that's it. Now, I don't know, how many of you on this thing here, something just popped up into my mind. How many of you here, it's not Lego related, but how many of you in here are morning people? I mean, literally, like, just love, oh, I put that in the wrong spot. Just love waking up early in the morning and you're just in a very good mood. I didn't raise up my hand. When I get up in the morning, I'm just like, I don't want to get out of bed. And here, it's like you're frowned upon if you're not waking up in that, what they call a bubbly attitude. I hate waking up in the morning. It's just, I feel groggy, I'm tired. You know, I slept okay last night, but I just don't like getting out of bed. I have to. Nothing gets done if I don't. So, but my bunch is the type, go to bed early, get up early, and what do my bunch do? They sit and watch TV all day long, and I just, I don't want to just sit and do that. Like, I want to play video games. A few of my friends, they just literally play hours upon hours of video games a day. I'm lucky to play at least a few hours a week. I just don't have that time anymore. And I don't know, I just can't get into video games like I used to. Like, I used to be really into Grand Theft Auto, and they started really focusing in on, boy, this is really I'm going to say the build quality on this now is more average. But Grand Theft Auto now is mostly multiplayer, and I'm not into multiplayer games all that much anymore. Maybe Minecraft. But what do I do when I have a server? I go off and do my own thing. Like, if anybody needs some supplies, I'll go out and hunt. And find me a nice little secluded spot, and you just build my own little house or something. We had an old server world that we were building a big giant castle on, and it kind of fell through just because we've had some issues. Somebody had gotten banned from my Minecraft server because they were threatening me, and so I got rid of that quick, and then it started a whole bunch of fights. Then family got into it, and the whole, I want to be moderator, I want to have creator privileges, and I'm the only one that has them, but I never use them because I want to play the game, not, you know. A creative world would be kind of cool, but then again, there's just no challenge in it, so I just kind of stopped doing Minecraft servers, or, you know. Yep. And then, okay, we got to put the corner in here now. My nephew, he got done with his first job thing today, and he's all covered in grease and stuff, and working on his thing, and yeah. Then of course I get the whole why couldn't you get yourself a job like that? And I'm like, well, I'm in my 40s, getting close to 50. I don't want to do labor work. I've already done enough of that, you know, that kind of thing. Alright, well, we are now getting close to here on completing. And, well, we got part of this done here. Hold on, be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now, if you noticed in the videos, it's a little quieter. First off, I'm not processing any videos. I'm still working on that Mecha Team Leader. By the time you're watching this, I got parts 1 through 8 and 10 up. I got the review done. Right now, I got to edit part 9. I'm going to start doing that, and I got parts 7, 8, and 9 to proof. So now it's just a fact of, okay, I got to get a bunch of things going. It's got to be done. And I'm looking for dark gray here. And I'm just trying to survive, get that set done, because I'm tired even doing the review on it. I got my notes written up for Lego. I just got to do the actual review. And this set here is one of the ones that I really want to get into. So just imagine, you know, you got to go through your vegetables. I got the telephone up on YouTube. I still got to do the Unicorn Castle. I just got it filmed. And then that Lego Friends horse stable or pony stable, I've just got it filmed. I haven't started anything on that yet. So I really haven't done a whole lot of anything, to be honest with you. And, oh, this may be a collaborative build, because it looks like we snap parts onto the castle. Maybe, just maybe. So, I got a bunch of sets. Next week I got to deal with the dentist. I got to deal with work stuff. I have to go down south for a meeting. It's constant work right now. I'm working way too much, actually, and I'm not taking on any more gigs, and I'm still trying to get done with the stuff I have now. So, you know, go figure there. Okay, now it looks like we're doing ourselves some windows here. I've seen them do this in one of the Friends sets. They use these windows, stick these solid pieces, and they make nice little panels. And so I'm hoping nothing's scratched in here, but at least they give us the little lattice pieces, so that's cool. And I forgot to put that on there. Lego, you could have used a round one in that. So, yeah, I've been kind of surviving, surviving through work, family drama, all that stuff, so I kind of just hang out back here. Alright, let's let these two pieces get acquainted with each other. Put this right here. There we go, so we got that right in there. Looks like this is going to be a fun one to play around with, but hold on. That's where they want it. Like that. It doesn't make any sense, but that's how it is. Okay, I mean, we didn't know. And we're going to lock all that together. Yeah, this is kind of flimsy. Remember that haunted house set? Yeah, we don't want it to be like that, where it was cool looking and it kind of started flaking off here. Yeah, you notice I'm backing out the zoom. It's getting tall already. I'm just trying different filming methods. I've been looking at doing more B-roll footage, but that's only good if I had another camera recording, and at that point I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time just editing videos. But I did read your comment, Janet, because I know you said you didn't like the mech. You don't like mechs at all. I don't blame you. You just come here for me. I appreciate it. A lot of people do come here just to listen to me rant and stuff. That's always cool. Some people just want to get to know me more just for background noise. You know, those mech sets are not for everybody, and they're certainly not for me. Well, I'm hoping this is going to be a group build. I think this would be a really good fun one here to build with a few friends. that's if I can get somebody in here to help me do this stuff. Like I said, the only people I know who do Lego are all online. There's only one person I know in town, but just mostly does it with his kids. So it's not like, you know, not too bad. Not too bad at all. This is looking pretty good for what we've done. So far, it's, you know, we're not really messing with a whole lot of bright colors, but it's a castle. And for me personally, though, it's keeping my interest. So if you're looking for something that's a group build, this one might be it. I'm hoping we build it and then we put all the parts together. Normal way to find out is you put the piece on at the very absolute end, then it's considered a collab build. Right now, we have no clue what this is, because we've only built one corner. I mean, there's not a whole lot to this one. But they do give you 2 or 3 pieces per step. What was the age range on this one here? I've already tossed the box, so I don't know. It's at the beginning of the video. I need to start including the age range in the description on these two. You know, so I may start doing that. I don't know yet. I have no clue. Hey, at least I got the rants out of the way. But yeah, I'm really kind of tired of doing set builds. But we're getting to that point now where, like, this is the biggest one I have in the whole collection right now. So that's even better. Matter of fact, out of all the sets that I'm getting in the mail, this is, I believe, is the biggest one. So I still got to get this one out of the way here. And that concludes, oh, we're not done yet. We got to put the flag on here now. So, but I've noticed I've been helping more people build on these. That's why I said I'm trying to do more of them as a walkthrough than anything else. You know, to help you build this stuff. And then now we're finally done. And so far, it looks like it's an isolated piece with only 3 pieces remaining for bag 1. That is not too bad at all, and so far I'm pleased. Okay, I think we're going to wrap up this installment with bag 2. And just by looking at the book, it looks like we're building the thing with the drawbridge. So I have a feeling that if these go on at the very last, this is a collaborative build. So I'm thinking if each build is wrapped up in its own bag, up to 11 people, well, we don't know yet. And the small pieces, there's probably a little bit more small pieces than I want to see in here, as you can tell. But at least it comes with the brick separator. Now, if you're obviously building this with a friend, you're going to have to download another building guide, or possibly more. At least Lego has those available at your disposal. All right. And yeah, this dark azure, I've been slowly obtaining more of that color, which is really cool, especially 3x3 plates. And we were talking about this on Discord, and I want to thank everybody for joining the Discord. That's pretty cool. Oh, and I just remembered, usually I've been forgetting lately, but this time I remembered. I want to thank all my main channel contributors for taking the time out and joining my YouTube memberships. I always appreciate that. So they get to see all the goodies, especially the stuff that may not be released for a few years. I want to thank everyone on my Patreon for taking the time to join and poke around on there. And thank everyone for... thank you to my customers for purchasing building guides. That's always nice to see. And especially to my subscribers, taking the time to watch the video, comment, and stuff like that, gets a chance for me to get to know you a bit more. Okay, looks like we got to build mirrors of these. Yeah, I gotta give the shout outs. You know, I gotta give credit where credit's due. You know, and some YouTubers have complete membership things. I may end up doing that eventually, but right now, the only thing I'm focused on is preserving ideas. And I had found out there is a limit on Rebrickable. I can only upload 100 building guides. After that, I have to pay for a membership. So I'm far away from putting all that on there right now. I have a long ways to go. Oh, we get some chains. Cool. We can chain up all the bad words that fly out of my mouth. Oh, this set's been pretty good. I haven't cussed yet. It's good. But there's a limit. So I need to, once I reach the limit, then I'm thinking about just buying the membership thing. But that's a long ways away right now for me. But somebody asked about what is the donations for. They go strictly for parts, tutorials, building guides. They don't go for any sets. Lego has that covered. They don't go for sets or anything like that. They go for buying parts. Or anything else that's channel related, but Lego sets, no. Alrighty. Okay, now it looks like we're building the drawbridge. Drawbridge, there we go. Yeah, 1x5 plates, especially in these colors. I mean, when I was a kid, we didn't have these colors. It's like it's a treat seeing them now. Oh, Lego didn't give me an 8x8 plate, would have been better. Wonder what they're yelling at in there, huh? Probably yelling at the TV. Yeah, I'm not. Like, I'll watch. It's like they were asking me what I was watching the other night. I was watching some, the old school television, like the old TV shows from the 70s and 80s. I'll rarely watch something from the 90s that's tolerable, but well, why don't you come in and watch this with us and stuff? I'm like, no, I'm kind of want to watch a movie. Next thing you know, why are you watching that really old stuff for? Why don't you get into the times and watch this new stuff? And I'm thinking, because I don't like the new stuff on TV. I like the old stuff, And two, I'm just not in the mood to watch TV. Here, that TV's on like 24/7. That's a screen I have to stare at. But I'd rather watch movies. So I watch... like, my mom is hooked to that reality TV stuff. I cannot get into it. It's like she watches all this stuff I would never even think about. And I just, like, So, even my girlfriend's like, boy, they just watch a lot of TV here. I'm like, yeah, I just kind of leave it at that. I used to watch a lot of TV when I was younger, but now I'm kind of like, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled by streaming services and stuff, and I don't really want to mess with it. So now it's like, oh, I'll stream it and watch it later. And then now this gets attached to here. So this is kind of cool. If this is collaborative, that means everybody gets to build their own portion. I mean, it's kind of a puny drawbridge, but that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad at least you guys and gals enjoy the stories, enjoy the shout-outs. Like I said, one of you commented you like the informality of this, the relaxed, laid back. And you know what I forgot to do? Speaking of laid back, I forgot to put the ring light on the camera, let alone plug it in. I got this thing and I don't use it. I need to get a bracket to attach it. I've been thinking about that. I got this handle here, but in order for me to do that, I would have to buy a very large ring light to do it. This is a 10-inch ring light. That's the smallest I could find at the time. But I might end up buying a more powerful one for the camera. Something that could fit around it and I can mount on a bracket. So I'll have one for the handheld, and I'll use this one for the handheld camera and use the other one for this camera. This one doesn't have a light on it. Okay, it looks like now we're building some kind of an arch that's hinged. Yeah, I'm just hoping all this is collaborative build. You know, like I said, though, I know there was one of you that said you don't want the collaborative stuff, but for me, there's families out there who want to build with their children. That's it. They want to spend time with their kids. I'm all for that. Lego's a really good tool, a toy, or it can be used as a tool too to do that. So it's kind of cool. If this set is what I'm thinking it is, we can snap the parts together and we can all enjoy a build. Like we all built a part of it and then put it together. I'm always looking for those. But what I get done with this installment here, I got to clean off more memory cards because I still got that mech and a bunch of the other creator sets that I got to remove. And yeah, that's a nice piece for a tent or a tree. Hang on to that. It's in that right color. Well, I'm finding pieces to hinges, but not, you know what? There is a mirror to this. Let's just do the sides then of the thing. Yeah, so we didn't know, but now we do know. Okay, I'm finding a lot of bottom hinges, but no top ones. There's got to be some in here somewhere. Let's go and put this one up here first. This is so simple here. Let's just start cloning this guy here. I'm getting confused with these. Okay, I found one finally. So we're just going to build a mirror here. Okay. Always bend my hinges so I know. Because my bonehead will probably mess up on that there. And that's one thing though I like about Lego. Teaches you thinking. Put that hinge together so we don't lose that part. Okay, I'm looking for regular slopes, and all I'm finding are inverted ones now. Like there's just tons of those. I'm looking for this guy here. Yeah, it's boring colors. This is not a bad build, it's just got boring colors today. I wish it was like a pink castle or something. Remember we did the unicorn castle. Yeah. Yep, so tonight for dinner we're just going to have nothing. And now on I may just pull a rule off. I ain't cooking on the days that I have work, so only Fridays and Saturdays. And if nobody wants anything, that's on them. And yeah, I'm trying not to get too negative in these. Okay, hold up. These are not the same, actually. Okay, these are not the same. So, glad now I checked. As far as I know of, they're not the same. So they don't. But see, this one just got a snap to it. If this snaps at the very end, that's a collaborative build. Okay, so this goes here, like that. Okay, not too bad, huh? We got that piece. Now we got to work on this one here. We're not done with this yet, though. Sometimes I make mistakes in my builds, so be very careful when I do things. There we go, making sure that fits. And there's a 3x3. I got a bunch of 3x3 plates now. I've been hoarding those up. And then now we start the next one. We've worked our way up to here, but this doesn't go here. It's different. Okay, they're doing this here. That tells me they're probably going to have a piece that snaps onto that. We don't know yet. Okay. We haven't done much of anything right now. Okay, this part is the same from the last one. This is a set that'd be fun to build in the fall. It's like going to be 114 today, be very miserably hot, so I'm just hanging out in the house and kind of just doing some other stuff. I need to finish up that fence post. I have an old garden bench that I took apart years ago. Me and my dad were going to refinish it. Well, he never lived long enough to help me with it. So I thought, well, it's a good time as any to start rebuilding this bench. It's got the wood slats on it and stuff. And the problem with this bench is the wood is just really warped. So I'm soaking a piece or two in the pool, letting it get really soaked, and then I'm going to try to see if I can bend it flat. And then I'm going to prime the wood very thoroughly. And that's where this goes here. And then hopefully I'll find some paint to paint it. I'm thinking of red or something. I don't know. See if I got any paint around the house. I don't want to throw a lot of money into this project. But if the wood is going to warp, or it starts warping back after I dry it, I'm probably going to just sell the wrought iron parts off, because people are usually looking for that, and then just dispose of it and stuff. That kind of thing. It's just another thing around the house that I just don't have space for. And if I can't fix it, then I'll sell the parts off for somebody who wants the bench. I still have all the hardware, so it's not like it's worth anything. I think it was something back from the 80s, so it's not like it's vintage. For vintage, yeah, I would try to preserve it. So I'm going to see if I can save the lumber on it. Not the lumber gets cut up and thrown in the fire pit. But yeah, and yeah, not too bad at all. I think we did pretty good so far. And then we're going to put in the arch, which means you got to make your own here. Ah, too much gray. Oh, there it is. Yeah, is the build keeping my interest? It's still keeping my interest. I just wish it had a bit more color to it at this point. I mean, it's a castle, but still. Alright. At least this one's in smaller parts that we can build. Although you notice we are messing with smaller parts. I don't expect this set to be too durable at all. I think this is going to be one of those sets that you'll just move and it will fall apart. We don't know yet until we build the whole thing. And this book at least has got highlights. I may start noting that in the in the description in the video. Hey, the book's got building guides with steps, with highlighted steps. Well, I need to find another one of those slope pieces, but I don't see where it's at. Oh, there it is. We haven't got to the chain. I bet the chains are going to wrap around that. And how I know that is this lines up perfect with these. So it might. It might. We don't know. We're getting there. But at least this set is broken down into sections. It's just now I'm going to be honest, it's an interesting build, but I'm starting to lose interest because I'm messing with the same color. The colors are getting kind of bland at this point. Like right now we're just sorting through gray pieces. I'm just trying to find an arch and everything's starting to look the same to me. You can tell my retention span on some of these sets is not that bad, but it's not like that mech set. That was not fun. That wasn't fun to put together. At least this one here we can break down. Hopefully we can break it down into parts. But so far we haven't joined these two pieces yet. So it still is possible. Now, by all means, if you find the Lion Knight's castle, that's fun. I keep thinking it's Lion King, but it's a Lion Knight's castle. It's not a bad set for what that is. It's just you got to be lucky to find it. It's retired, so you're not going to find it that set. If you get the medieval town square, I heard that's a fun build. All right. So now we got that done. We just got to lock all these joints together at the top. And yeah, it's a lot of medium pieces that we're putting together. There's nothing big. There's very few big pieces. So I would say the build quality on this is just your average creator set. So far we've gotten that part there. And it looks like these are mirrors. This time I made sure because they're all on the same page. So let's slide this out of the way here. But if you're looking for a family build, this one might be it for you. And if it is, then there you go. I mean, you could spend time with the kids this summer building this one. Or fall, whenever I get to releasing this one. And this is a nice set to top off your collection. It's like $130, but, you know, is it something that the whole family can build? It looks like it is. So that's even better. So that's what it looks like on the front so far. Okay, but now it looks like we're turning into making the winch for the door, and let's get going here. Let's do this real quick. It's Technic. You can't hide from it, folks. Jay, I don't like Technic. I don't either, but we can't hide from this one. You got to do it. Well, if you get this set, you have to do it. You don't have to put it in there, but it won't have any functionality into it. I just don't like Technic. Like this stuff here is stuff I normally don't use in terms of parts. Looks like the chain goes on one of these here. Okay, but yeah, I noticed some people were hung on steps on certain sets. So I'm trying to illustrate as many items as I can. Like, whoops, so yeah, that's how that's supposed to go. We got to make two of those. See how this one here, it's not going to stand up on its own. But I'm going to try to make these as illustrative as possible. If Butterfingers doesn't draw parts. Okay. And then now this goes back to here. So let's marry these guys together. Get these on here. So now we got something we can play with now. And then now it shows you how the chains are supposed to go on, so they change the orientation of this. That's if the book book keeps falling. Okay, so we forgot to put in something. Did I forget to put something here? Yes, I did. Okay. So we'll put these in here. Sometimes I forget things. At least I don't edit these. I don't script them. I don't do anything like that. And then it shows that these go here, and I'm going to make sure that these little things here are facing down. Looks like they're okay. Make sure it's really pressed down. It says it wants the chain like this, and this goes in here. So yeah, it's supposed to go like that. It looks like what the book wants here. You think that they would have had these right here. They do make pieces that do that, Lego. Why don't you use those for? So there's your chains. Bring this up and show you here. Pretty cool. And then now you just take the lone palisade brick and you put it here, like that. And you got more Technic. I kid you not. You're not going to hide, folks. If you want to say, I'm scared, I'm going to hide under the sheets because I don't want to see Technic, you are going to have to put all that Technic together. But this goes right here. That tells me we're going to have some kind of a clutch system in here. Yeah, it sits right on that gear. And then now we got to put the corners on the top here. But we still got these spots with the chains. No, we don't, because we got to put the inverted slopes in here too. So what I'm going to do is just kind of wiggle these in. You've heard me use that term. If you have a hard time putting something in, check your work, but if you know you did it right, just wiggle things. So that's what that thing does there. See this? Keeps the gate from dropping. Okay. And then if we want to open it up, yeah, I'm sure there's more to it than that. I know a lot of people are going to be playing with this stuff. I know I will. It's always fun to play around with these functioning things. If you get it working, it's fun to play around with it. That's the only part about Technic I like, is that we all get to play with it when it's done. Now, I did get a request for Technic, and Lego right now, they only accept requests for Technic builders. That's their whole theme is Technic. Now, do I like doing Technic? Not too much. If I get a bunch of requests for Technic builds, I will do them. It's just not my thing, though. I do have some Technic, but for me, I leave those for the Technic set builders. Like I said, I would probably bellyache through those, and I'm more of a city, suburban, urban type thing guy than anything else. Okay, so that's kind of how it is there with that. But I think we have a winner today. I think this one here is going to be collaborative. Okay. And that's where we're at now. We're adding the top stuff now. Guess somebody must be mad at me today because I wasn't going to go out and get a soggy burger. These guys and their fast food crack me up. Okay, now we're doing the sides here. I mean, I'm sorry. Fast food's good if you're on the road or something, you need a quick meal. But after a long day of work, I don't want to sit more in the car. It's like sitting on the... Like, okay, yeah, I'm looking at an LCD screen right now on the camera, right? Okay, checking the battery, and oh, my battery's about to die. That kind of thing. But... this time I caught it. I just got to get the cord plugged in. Hey, at least I caught it. Yes, I'm looking at an LCD screen. It's like using a digital building guide. I don't count it as screen time. That's only if you're focused on the screen. Like, what am I doing now? If this was a digital building guide, it would be a lot easier to put it on the workbench. But at least with that, that's not my main goal. My main goal is to build, so I'm just transferring information from that. Okay, there's your little... Yeah, now we're gotten down to where we're messing with little pieces now. We're doing little things. And you may want to, and they tell you to put both of these in at the same time, just work from right to left or left to right. Take our brick separator, we're going to flatten those out. Yeah, not too fun, is it? With the little pieces. But hey, at least it's still keeping my interest. The castle looks big, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it's all small stuff, folks. If you're looking for something with a lot of big pieces, this one here looks big. It doesn't have a lot of big pieces. All right. Now it looks like we've got to put a bunch of these little Monopoly roof tiles on here. Look like something from a Monopoly game. Like I said, just use your brick separator, use the side, and you can line those up pretty straight. What do you do about one like this that's on this side here? Just come like this and push it in like that, and it lines it up. Or you can just drop them all on here at one time. Doesn't matter how crooked they are. Try to get them as straight as you can. Set them all on here like this, and then just use the side of your brick separator. That's why I said this is a nice tool. Some Lego sets come with them, a lot don't now. So if you get a hold of brick separator, that's it. You could buy these, they're like $4 or $5 through Lego. That's a little pricey. Really, builders only need one. And now it looks like we're putting together some kind of shield decoration on the front here, like that. And looks like we got to put some slopes on here too. Almost totally missed those. Some people point out the mistakes I made in sets. I'm like, oops, my bad. I forgot to put a piece in. But when you get to small stuff like this, it gets to be a pain in the rear. And this goes in here. But it still looks like we're missing something here at the top. And at the very end, they want us to join this together. Okay? We could do that right now. It's at the very end. So right now, I'm going to say at most 2 people can build this set. Okay? 2 people can put this together. So see, it goes right on that right there. I thought that was a part of a rail. So no, that goes right into here. Okay? And now the hinge is here. It's kind of flimsy there, but I'm sure it's just meant for collaborative build. So yeah, so far, that's as far as we've got. So, I mean, it doesn't look too bad out here. For castles, you can get away with that. And that's it for bag 2, and this is what we have remaining here. If the whole set's like that, that's great. You might be able to get away with 10 people building this. And that's what we have remaining for bag 2. Summation of Thoughts. So far the set's keeping my interest. It comes with the brick separator. Building guide's easy to follow, but there's a lot of small pieces. And right now I really had anything fall off, so still say it's out of 10. And I'm just overall pleased with it. So in the next build installment, looks like we get to work on another portion of the castle, so that would be 3. And it looks like bag 3 is separate from the rest. And we got 4, which is the horse. And looks like bag 4 is horses. But don't tell me you got to build that whole thing there at one time for bag 5. But yeah, this is not a bad build at all. I mean, it's pretty enjoyable. This would be a good little family build. How many people, we don't know yet. But so far, we can confirm that up to 2 people can build this set. Maybe. But tell me what you think so far. I mean, it looks pretty good for what it is.